Welcome to Tech Pulse. I'm your host, Emma. The Canada 3.0 conference is just around the corner, and Tech Pulse will be your source for updates. This week, we talked to one of the screenwriters from the TV series House, and we'll tell you more about a company that got started at Canada 3.0. All of this coming up on Tech Pulse. In May, Stratford, Ontario will be home to Canada 3.0, the national forum that helps set goals for Canada's digital future. Its vision is the moonshot, for everyone in Canada to be able to do anything online by the year 2017. The event brings together industry, government, and academia. Clever.U is one of many startups that has greatly benefited from Canada 3.0. We talked to them to find out their story.
It all started at Canada 3.0, and both Bill and I had registered for the conference, and we were explaining enthusiastically in the hallway one afternoon all of the things that I dreamed of doing, and Bill overheard the conversation and said, "Hey, I have some technology, I've been working on this, and I think I can help you." And Bill dropped into the conversation, and we were scheduled for 2 sessions that morning, and we missed both sessions. We almost missed lunch, and at the end of that afternoon, Clever.U was born.
Describe how Clever.U brings together industry, academia, and government in a way that things haven't before.
It's a perfect mix. We're able to help governments deliver education to areas that they would never be able to get to. They don't have the infrastructure, the capacity to be able to build the schools. Our technology actually allows academia to expand themselves to countries, within countries, with their incredible products, their education, and make it accessible to pretty well anybody around the world. So it covers government, it covers academia, it covers the internet industry, carriers love us. It's pretty well a good mix of everything.
I think when you look at those 3 different industries and their willingness to participate in this kind of event, it really is special for Canadians, because how are we going to hit that moonshot? How are we going to pull things together? And you really get a sense of community during those 2 days, and then how are we going to go forward from here and work together to do something special?
What do you think Canada's digital future will look like? Canada 3.0 is looking for anyone to submit videos of what they think Canada will look like in 2017. It can be anything from a film, story, or a monologue, as long as it's less than 5 minutes. Selected entries will be featured on the Canada 3.0 website, and 3 winners will be chosen at this year's conference. For more information, you can visit the Canada 3.0 website. If you're a fan of the TV series House, you're probably familiar with some of screenwriter David Hazelton's work. We had the chance to talk to him about online content creation.
So thank you for joining us, David.
Absolutely.
So maybe we can start off with the whole notion of video on the web. Do you see that as an opportunity for new people to be able to create shows and repeat content?
That is one of the things that I think is changing the economy of entertainment. So the bottom line is people can now make their own productions and can broadcast them, so to speak, on the internet. The old broadcast model is sort of falling by the wayside, and I think it is creating a lot more opportunity. I mean, in theory, it will level the playing ground. That's the hope. We'll see what happens in practice.
What do you think that the Canadian government, for example, could be doing to help foster an environment that would be conducive to, more content for Canadians?
There's the obvious things that it has been doing, like tax breaks and stuff like that. There also is generally a more entrepreneurial spirit in America. It is easier to raise money and make things and sell things down there than it is up here. But I think Canada is becoming more entrepreneurial. It's not about talent. I mean, the talent is here. And it always has been. And we joke that there's more Canadians in Los Angeles than there are in Toronto, and yeah. It's great, but it's also sad that there is sort of a brain drain. I think it is a financial situation, and that is very hard to overcome. I mean, another issue that always comes up is the notion of Canadian content. Should content be Canada specific? Should it be made for local people, or should it be made for international distribution? Production-wise, there's no reason why Canada can't produce, and it does produce tons of television and tons of motion pictures up here. I think that anything that has a local flavor just makes it more interesting. Being generic is not helping to tell a story.
Right.
And so the fact that a story happens to be Canadian, I think just makes it more interesting, makes it more personal.
Are you part of an early stage startup that's interested in pitching, networking, and getting feedback? Then the Road to Banff Venture Forum Pitch Off is for you. The competition is for any seed and startup company, and pitches must be no longer than 10 minutes. Winners receive an all-expenses-paid trip to the Road to Banff Venture Forum this fall, courtesy of the Canadian Digital Media Network and Communitech. That's all for this week's episode of Tech Pulse. We'll see you next time. Tech Pulse, keeping you on the cutting edge.
If you'd like your company or ideas featured on Tech Pulse, contact us today at techpulse@motivation.com.